Oh, hello. I'm Sam. I'm the author of the Wolfsong Saga, and I'm going to read a little bit of my new book, The Forest Yet to Come. The Forest Yet to Come is a story about a brother and sister called Fwelán and Sally and a trickster called Reynard. They live in a world which is not our world, and so they don't have Christmas in quite the same way that we do, but they do have something a bit like Christmas. So I'm going to read you the Christmassy bit from this book. Snowflakes swirled into the courtyard and settled on the tree, which changed. The skewed trunk grew straight and tall. The brittle branches became springy, the dry needles lush and dark. The decorations ripened, swelling into glossy glass fruits. The people pointed at the sky. Something was spiralling down through the snow. It floated across the rooftops of the homestead and circled twice above the courtyard. A sleigh, hung with lanterns, loaded with sacks, and drawn by 6 reindeer. But they were not reindeer, Fwelán saw. They were beautifully carved wooden puppets, large as life, trotting on air, every joint a fine brass hinge, their antlers painted green and gold. A man was standing in the front of the sleigh, waving to the crowd. He wore a red cape trimmed in white fur. His staff was topped with a wreath of holly. It was Reynard. As the sleigh landed beside the tree, he leaped out and bowed to the people. Other smaller figures hopped down from the sleigh. They were like children, but they were puppets, with painted smiles on their carved wooden faces. They wore pointed hats and suits of green felt. The puppets threw powder on the braziers, which flared with pink flame and scents of ginger and cinnamon. They opened hampers and laid out a spread of fruitcakes, mince pies, trifles and puddings, mulled wine and hot spicy blackberry juice. Fwelán climbed down from the forge roof and paused at the edge of the courtyard. Now the puppets hefted sacks down from the sleigh and scampered among the people with packages wrapped in red and green paper. One puppet put a present in Fwelán's hands and gazed at him with bright glass eyes until he began to unwrap it. Then, satisfied, the puppet jingled the bell on its hat and danced away. The present was a cuddly wolf. It had soft grey fur and an adorable face. Fwelán could not help hugging it. The other children were unwrapping their own soft toys. He saw rabbits, bears, puppies, sheep. On the other side of the courtyard, Sally had been given a cuddly fox. The grown-ups' presents looked like the best socks and scarves that a grown-up could want, thick and comfy and decorated with cheerful patterns in bright wool. Todd and Tara kissed one another and hugged their kids. Ho, ho, ho! Reynard's voice echoed from the houses around the courtyard. Season's greetings and a merry winter feast to all. The puppets brought out small golden handbells and began to ring them in harmony, as if all were parts of a single musical instrument. Winter carols had never sounded so magical. The second tune was a lively one, and people began to dance. As Reynard passed among the revellers, they embraced him and clasped his hands. The bells ceased. Snowflakes spiraled from the dark sky. In one bound, Reynard was back on his sleigh. He spread his arms wide and raised his staff of holly. My work is done for tonight, he said, but for one last thing. He pointed at Sally, then at Fwelán. My friends, my 2 best helpers, you've done much for me, so I have an extra special treat for you. Won't you come for a ride? The sleigh was floating a few inches above the ground. He offered his hand to Sally, but she folded her arms and glared in the other direction, refusing to meet his eye. Reynard grinned. Just you and me then, wolf boy. Everyone was staring. Fwelán's face went hot. He felt he might stand here fixed to the spot forever. Then, to his own surprise, the sleigh was wobbling as he climbed in. Reynard passed him a thick cloak trimmed in white fur. The reins jingled and they swept up through swirling snow into the dark sky to see the homestead, the land, and the forest, as Fwelán had never seen them before. The Forest Yet to Come is published by Little Island Books, and it's out now in Ireland and the UK. It's going to be published in the USA in April 2025. And I hope that you have a very Merry Christmas.